Hello, and thank you for joining me today. I'm going to jump right into this, and I'm going to be talking about interstitium, which is biological inside of our body. See all these balls laying right here? There's a whole cluster of these round balls laying here. These are interstitium. Geologists would call them concretions, which that is not what they are. They actually become loose, and they fall out, and they roll around, and this is what they are. You can see them right here. It's obvious. And I'll show you some more here. Okay, this is right down below them on the next layer, and all these balls are underneath a fabric right here. You can see a lot of them are loose in here, but a lot of them are still underneath this fabric right here, and they look like little worms with a ball in the end, and there's a reason for that. Here's more of them here. See all these little balls up there? So you can even see some of them setting up here, and they're out of the fabric. See them up on top of here? Okay, here's a couple more. Here's one right here. Here's two more stuck up here. And this is actually tissue that they're in. Okay, here's more of them right here connected together. Here's one by itself. See these? They're actually in a fabric because they're around every organ. They're in your skin and in your tissues. This is interstitium. I'll get into it here and show you what I mean. Okay, here's some more of them here. See how they're all clustered together? A lot of them are missing. You know, this is normally they'll just be covered with them, but they've fallen out and they're gone, and they're just not there. And this is all biological. And there's one thing I was trying a two-part message with this video. I was trying to show you how it's biological and also how the size is, or how big these things are compared to a human being. These things are sometimes a lot bigger than a medicine ball. They're always bigger than a basketball usually. I mean, they're massive. They're pretty darn big. And so if they're that big right now, and then they're inside the body, you can't see them unless you have an electron microscope, scan microscope. Imagine how big this creature is. That's why I can't show you how big the creature is. It's so big you can't even fathom it, because this is the interstitium inside the body of the creature, and they're the size of basketballs compared to me. So we're on a scale that is unfathomable. That's why people are having a hard time wrapping their minds around this, because you cannot understand and grasp the magnitude of the size of these creatures that the creation's made out of. I mean, look how big this interstitium ball is compared to my hand, and yet you can't see it inside your body unless you have like an electron scan microscope. So that's how small we are. I mean, we're on a microscopic level compared to these creatures. That's why it's so hard to understand, you know, how big they are. Oh, and one more thing before I go. This all around here that's anchored in, this is tissue. Okay, this is flesh. This was skin, underneath a layer of skin. I mean, and it's still inside it. It hasn't fallen out, eroded and fallen out like a lot of them have. Okay, and they call these concretions, you know, and that is not what they are. This is interstitium balls that get rolling around out on their own. They find them, and go, oh my gosh, it's a concretion. No, it's not. It came from this. Okay, here's more of them here, but there's so many of them that are missing out of the pocket. See, there's a fabric of them right down here, and this whole thing would have been covered with them. Okay, here's some of them that are still in their fabric a little bit, and they haven't fallen out, and you can see what it's like, and this whole thing would have been covered with these, okay? And then another matting on top of that. Okay, here's a shot where they would have been connected together with this. This is actually a strap where they connect together, and when they stretch out, that would have gotten really thin, and they would have do it like a spring, ring, 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 like that. But they all would have moved around like that, and it makes you hold your form and keeps everything in place and spongy and all that. You know what I'm saying? In your body. Okay, these are still stuck together like they're supposed to be right here, really eroded. But as you can see, they're normally stuck together. They're connected together with these straps. Okay, there. See how this is all held together, and these are connected together with this right here. And this is a ball, and this is a ball. Okay, there's one of the straps right there going over and connected into this one. Okay, that's one of them that's more stretched out. Now I'm going to show you some pretty soon where these are eroded off of one of these balls. That's what I'm getting to, is some footage I have of one of them. Okay, this is, you can see where the straps were connected on this one here. These are two balls that are stuck together still. Everything's eroded and gone. This all these balls are gone on this beach. Well, it's not beach, it's skin. They erode down and they actually become the sand. I'm not kidding you. But this is one of those straps I was just showing, or one of those interstitium balls I was just showing you. But this one's got the eroded straps on it, and this will be in this video. Now, I'm also realizing that the interstitium is not all the same in the body. It's different in different areas of the body. Okay, there's where the straps would have connected. This thing would have been bigger too. It's all eroded down. But you can absolutely see with your own eyes that this is biological and not geological. None of this is. Okay, before I get the video, I want to show you that there's hundreds of them right here in this fabric. Part of the fabric still there to the right. The rest of it's eroded with the balls just laying all over in this. Now, they didn't form like that, just rolling around and then stick in a fabric. I don't know. I don't know what geology's lost. They do not understand what's going on. This is 100% biological, and I'm showing you that it's biological. Just, you can see by the stuff I've been showing you here that there's no way this stuff just formed by rolling around and then formed in a fabric. And they're not concretions like they're saying they are. They don't understand what they're looking at. Look at all them in there. And like I said, right there to the right, the fabric is still there. See, they're still in the fabric. See that? Look like little worms. Those are balls inside of this stuff. Balls all over in there, connected together. And right to the left of it, it's not in the fabric anymore. Bits and pieces of it are, but there's individual balls and they're just laying there and stuff. See, there's some laying right in there, but they're not in the fabric anymore. Okay? Not concretions like geologists is saying is going on. They do not understand what they're looking at. Okay, I had to go grab the GoPro and get back down here and the battery's dead. I had to go get it. Okay, I want to get, because these are interstitium. And the reason I know that's why they turned this all sandy material with the solidness they have, and they don't have the blocky, chunky, fibrous that you'd find in a tendon ball. This is what I mean. So that's what these are. These are interstitium, and I believe the reason I want to get a closer up, I believe this may have been where the straps attached. A bunch are gone, but this could have been. Looks to me like, in fact, I'm almost positive, this is where the straps would have attached. Here and here. I believe. I could be wrong, but I do believe that is what's going on there. And then here's a couple here. And they break off like that. And then so I've got the top of one here. And another one there. But they be all over in here. But they're just buried or gone, eroded. So if you type in pics of interstitium, you should come up with this, and you can start doing some research and find out what interstitium here, the collagen bundles and the space filled fluid, all this right in here, and this is what we're dealing with. Okay, these balls with a strap on each end or whatever, and they connect together. I don't think they know as much about this yet as they think they do. This was just discovered like in 2018, a new organ. And see if I can get some here. This is where it's just below the skin right in here. It's just hard to see here, but if you put in pics of interstitium, you'll get this. Okay, meet your interstitium, a newfound organ. Okay, basically says that without all knowing about human anatomy, you wouldn't expect doctors to discover a new body part in this day and age, but now researchers say they have done just that. They found a new network of fluid-filled spaces and tissue that they hadn't seen before. They're discovering connective tissue all over the body, including below the skin surface, lining the digestive tract, lungs, urinary system, and the surrounding muscles. According to a new study detailing the findings published today, March 27th, and then whenever, blah, blah, blah. Previously, researchers had thought these tissue layers were dense wall of collagen, a strong structural protein found in connective tissue. But the new findings reveals that rather than a wall, this tissue is more like an open fluid-filled highway. Okay, and what I'm finding is it's actually it's a fabric. It can be a fabric. It can be it's in many different areas of the body, the way it's different, the way it's formed in different parts of the body, from what I can tell. I'm finding different patterns and different types, different structures also. Okay, this is your interstitium. I always throw the M on the end instead of the N, trying to anyway. But this is an article here you can come up and read also, and it talks about where it's at in the body, different parts of the body. And that's these balls that I'm finding everywhere, different, types and everything. Okay, I was able to break this one loose. I was going to try, this is an interstitium ball. I was going to try to bust it open if I could. Nope. That's one of them there. They don't have a tail on it, but that's an interstitium ball. There's more in here. This